Hey, I just caught this video this morning, and I haven't even watched the whole thing yet. I've only watched the first minute, and I feel compelled to respond because, man, does this guy really show the absolutely frustrated circular reasoning that they have to employ in their own brains to justify their fake ministries? All these people do is get on YouTube every day in front of their audiences that are quite large for most YouTube channels. Thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, big audiences. All they do is get on every day and make false promises to Christians that the rapture is any second, we're on the cusp of it, it's coming soon, and they lead people to believe that we're in the final days, months, weeks, maybe a year or two, no more than that for sure. That's what they say over and over and over. They promise Christians, you're going to get out of here. You're going to get out of here. They also promise the world a false promise. You are going to go through a 7-year time of hell, unlike anything that has ever occurred before in history. You need to get saved today because that 7 years is coming any second, in the next days, weeks, months, maybe a year or two. They make that false alarm, false wolf crying claim every day. And then they start to feel the pressure of, oh my goodness, I said that years ago and it didn't happen. So what do I do now? We all know what I meant when I said it was coming soon. Now what do I do? I just got caught with my pants down. But rather than admit that they're caught with their pants down and they're going to stop making predictions that they know nothing about, they make videos like this.
I just got on my YouTube studio to just see what comments have been coming in from some of the videos, and I noticed a comment that one particular person simply talking about the rapture and how I have said it's so near, kind of made the accusation. I hope it was just a question, and that's okay if it is an accusation. I really don't care, but the accusation or question was, weren't you saying it was near 2 years ago? So,
Yeah, why don't you answer the question? Why don't you be honest and say you were wrong? But he can't. He can't do that because he wants to keep using that word, near. And if he admits he was wrong about it being near 2 years ago, then he has to admit he could be wrong now, and he can't do that. Because if he does that, no one will watch him, and we know that.
chuckled because
So
I
cool.
have been saying this for 40 years. So that was my comment back to him. If you check the comments out, you'll see that
So you've
those
been
comments.
so you've been wrong for 40 years. Will you admit that you've been wrong for 40 years?
I've been preaching this for 40 years. Does that mean it's not near?
Yes.
It's closer now than we first believed. That's how Paul said it.
Sir, that's a completely different statement. So I know 50% of my viewers are people who hate me and disagree with what I say. I like that. I want that. So you 50%, you tell me why that's not the completely opposite statement of what he said before. Well, we're nearer now. That's not the same as saying we're near. You know what? We're nearer now today to the sun exploding and destroying the entire solar system. We're nearer now today than we were yesterday. Are we near to that happening, if it even is going to happen? I'm just using that as an example. So those are opposite. Those are totally different things.
The signs back me up here.
Wait.
But I also realize that my life is simply a drop in the bucket. You know, my 62 years are just barely even a blink of the eye when it comes to history.
Okay.
Time really is relative. Truth is not. But time is relative to all of this.
Do you see what he just did there? Now he's trying to tell you that soon, when he uses the word near and soon, when he uses it, he doesn't really mean it because it's relative. When I said near, guys, I meant, decades possibly. Well, that's what he says now, but that's not what he says when he tells you originally 2 years ago. But now that he's been proven wrong, now he's going to go in a circle and say, well, that's not really what I meant. I meant a long time, Near means a long time in relative terms. But he's going to go right back to telling you that I haven't even watched this yet, but I guarantee you in this video, he's going to say it's soon. And soon and near in the most normal, everyday usage of the term.
For us, it seems like our life plods on slowly, but really it's just a whiff of wind, according to the scripture.
Right.
Barely even a breath of wind, our life is. But
okay, so why don't you preach the gospel to people and tell them that? Because that's actually true. We have had billions and billions and billions of people go through their life like that and die and face their creator. We've had 0 people get left behind in a rapture when a rapture happened. Why don't you preach that their lives are a vapor, they need to get saved? You know why they don't do that? You know why they spend their days promising Christians they're getting zapped into heaven soon and promising unbelievers they're going to be left behind? You know why they do that? Because that's more exciting. People like to hear that message. They don't want to hear the message about, well, my life is a vapor and I could die. That's not a fun, interesting message to preach.
the signs tell us, the signs show us that we are living at the last gasp of breath before the appearing.
See, did I not tell you he would do it? He just did it in less than 30 seconds. It took him less than 30 seconds to suddenly decide that near actually means now, last gasp, and we know this because we're seeing signs today. So are you talking about 62 years from now or not? Can any of you that hate what I say have a shred of honesty in your body and admit that that's what he just did?
The glorious appearing, according to Titus chapter 2. The glorious
See,
appearing
now he's trying to
of our
distract
great
you.
God and Savior Jesus Christ. He's coming for his bride. The bride is being prepared even now, being purified, set apart.
You can see the uncomfortableness in his face and in his body language. He knows he just fooled you. He just said 2 opposite things. He's trying to make you believe both of them at the same time. And now he's trying to run away from what he just said and distract you with a bunch of the same gobbledygook. He's coming. It's going to be great. It's going to be glorious. Everybody forget what I said before. Just pay attention to what I'm saying now.
Because he will present blameless his bride before him. We will be gone before the wrath of God is poured out. We will be gone before the Antichrist can be revealed. We will be gone before the time of Jacob's trouble.
And that's all happening in a gasp of air, right? Which is defined as what? Decades? Hundreds of years? Or minutes, hours, days, months? Which one do you mean? I mean right now, today, as you sit underneath of your cabana and talk into the camera on July 13th. What do you mean by that? I want you to watch this video, sir, and answer in my comments. What do you mean by last gasp?
7 years. The Daniel's 70th week will be gone.
That's a lie.
So yeah.
It's a lie.
Open doors are before us right now, friends. You step through those doors. You share Jesus. You do what the Lord is telling you to do. Do it now because time literally is running out.
Oh, really? It could be decades, though.
I do not know how much time we have.
Wait, what? Wait, what? See, once again, they tell 2 opposing things. I know that we're at the last gasp, in the final moments. I know that. I'm telling you that as from the Lord to you. That's truth. That's the way they present this. The Lord is telling me to tell you this. I don't know when, though. Sir, you can't say you don't know when you just got through saying that you do. And I don't care if you use an exact day and hour or not. You're still making the claim you know when.
I do not know how much time we have.
But yes, you just said you know how much time. It's a gasp. You are a liar. Do you even know how big of a liar you are? Are you so deceived you can't even tell that you just said 2 opposing things? We're in the last gasp. It's on the end. We're at the end, but I don't know how long we have. So you admit there could be hundreds of years to go, don't you? By what you just said, it could be hundreds of years, right? I want an answer from you or from your fan club. I don't think I'll get. I'm frustrated and I sound like it and I know it. I don't care. This has got to stop. You guys are making mockeries of the truth.
I do know that the open door is before us now. The Lord said to one of the churches in the Revelation,
That's true.
in his 7 letters to the churches, I don't remember which one, I'm not going to look it up right now.
More
But he
distractions.
said, I have set before you an open door. When he opens a door, nobody can shut it. And there's an open door before you right now. Don't let the distractions of this world or even your own suffering keep you from stepping through the door.
Is he trying to preach the gospel now after all that lying? Why should anyone who is seeking truth listen to what you're saying right now? Because you're saying truth right now. But you just started this video with 3.5 minutes of lies. So as an unbeliever, maybe a skeptical atheist, why should I listen to another word you say? You just lied constantly for 3 minutes. I'm using the word lie here. I should use the word bullshit, but that's an offensive word. You bullshitted people for 3.5 minutes. Now you're going to say, but now I'm telling you the truth. And I guarantee you, sir, in 2 more years, you'll be right back on here saying, well, I know I said we're in the last gasp. But, I'm 65 years old. I mean, my life goes by like this,
Just do it. And keep looking up.
No, I'm not.
Redemption really is drawing near.
Really?
Be encouraged, friends. Be encouraged. And keep telling people.
Liar.
They might roll their eyes. Scoffers will come. Mockers will come.
Yeah, see, all of us who hold your butt accountable and try to get you to admit what you're saying, we're all scoffers. You're the scoffer. You scoff at actual literal words that God uses, that English people know and understand the meaning of. You scoff in our face. You tell us 10 years ago, 40 years ago, 2 years ago, we're at the end of the end of the end of the end. It's coming any second. Now you want to say that that's not what you really meant back then. You meant it could be any time, really. It's what's time really mean? It's all relative. But I'm going to turn right around again 30 seconds later and say, but now it's any second we're at the end of the end of the. Do you see the game these charlatans play?